here with us here at City Hall. Well, many in our community have holiday celebrations coming up, and we typically see more fires around this time of the year than any other time around the year. So here to share some more tips regarding holiday fire prevention is Battalion Chief Jose Ocades. Jose?
Thank you, Mary Wu. The holiday season is a time of joy, celebration, and spending time with loved ones. However, it's also a time when fire risks increase, especially with Christmas trees and holiday decorations. Today, I want to share some information, safety tips to ensure that your holidays are merry, bright, and most importantly, safe. Let's start with Christmas trees. While beautiful and festive, they do and can pose a serious fire hazard if not handled properly. Inspect your current live Christmas tree. Make sure that you have green needles and they don't fall off when easily touched. Keep your tree hydrated. Once a tree is set up, water it daily. A dry tree can ignite and burn faster than you can imagine. Placement of your tree. Keep your tree at least 3 feet away from any type of heat source like fireplaces, vents, and space heaters. And make sure that it doesn't block any exits in case of an emergency. And dispose your tree promptly. After the holidays, don't let your tree linger in your home. Dry trees are highly flammable and should be disposed of immediately at a recycling center or through your local waste collection service. Now let's talk about holiday lights and decorations. These bring a magical glow to the season, but they can also be dangerous if used improperly. Avoid overloading circuits. Plug lights directly into outlet and avoid overloading electrical circuits. Consider using power strips and power surge protection for additional safety. Turn off lights when unattended. Always turn off your lights before going to bed or leaving the house. Candle safety. Many families enjoy candles as part of holiday traditions, but open flames are a leading cause of house fires during the holiday. Use candles with care. Place candles with sturdy surfaces and keep them away from flammable items like curtains, decorations, and tablecloths. Never leave candles unattended. Place candles on a sturdy surface and keep them away from flammable items. Never leave candles unattended. Below are candles before leaving the room and going to bed. Better yet, consider using flameless candles for the same cozy glow without the risk. And a final reminder, this season is about creating memories, not tragedies. The Wichita Fire Department is here to support you with resources, inspections, and education. Let's work together to make sure your holiday season is safe and enjoyable for everyone. On behalf of the Wichita Fire Department, we thank you and we wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season.
Thank you very much, Jose. And actually, I agree with you. You mentioned Botanica illuminations as an opportunity to enjoy the holiday spirit without having to light any of those candles on fire. So appreciate you giving a plug to Botanica and illuminations, as that is still going on right now in our community. Well, speaking of the fire department, our fire department, police department, and other public safety agencies are currently in a fierce competition to donate the most blood during the month of December, and you can help. The Battle of the Badges is in full force. The need for life-saving blood donations is needed now more than ever, and this annual fun competition encourages community members to donate to save lives. Here with us today is Shannon Wedge from Red Cross. Shannon, would you like to tell us more about Battle of the Badges? You're not Shannon.
I'm not Shannon. My name is Chris Fleming, and I'm with the Wichita Fire Department.
I'm Travis Rakestrong with the Wichita Police Department.
And we are members of the committee for the 30th annual Battle of the Badges. We have a quick video we'd like to show that kind of wraps up the whole, that kind of tells all about our fun competition. I know, they told me to hit play. They didn't tell me I had to use a mouse.
Hi, I'm Shannon Wedge from the American Red Cross. And I'm Lindsay Miller. This year is the 30th anniversary of the Battle of the Badges blood drive. It's a friendly rivalry between our first responders to see who can bring in the most blood donations. I think it is so inspiring that for 3 decades, our local law enforcement, firefighters, and EMS have united in this common goal to save lives. Sure, it is a competition, and each group really wants that trophy, but they're such good sports, I doubt they even remember who won last year. Right, these are the truest professionals with the highest standards.
Take it on, please. Vote long.
Hey, I'll wash your car for a year if you vote for EMS.
They know this contest helps our community, so in the end, we're all winners. Join the Battle of the Badges by making an appointment now to donate blood. The need is great, and from December 9th through the 31st, you can vote for your favorite first responder. Help save a life and show emergency crews the respect they deserve. Hi, I'm Shannon.
I pushed pause too. My goodness gracious. So again, this is our 30th annual Battle of the Badges blood drive. We are in a need. There's always a need for blood, for life-saving blood. And as first responders, we know firsthand that that need never goes away. We also know that during this time, the holiday season, their traditional blood drives and the collection centers see a decline just because people get busy and things just kind of get forgotten. So we want to make sure that everybody knows that to come out, give blood, and give that gift of life. And when you're there, you can vote for the fire department.
Like Chris said, we want everybody to come out and give blood this time of year. Unfortunately, we all as first responders see a great need this time of year, whether it's a cancer patient or somebody involved in a car wreck. Blood and platelet donations are extremely important. This runs through December 31st. You can schedule an appointment at redcrossblood.org to go in and give blood at the Blood Donation Center at 707 North Main. Like Chris said, after you get done voting, or after you get done donating, you can go and vote for law enforcement. And at the end of the year, we get a trophy. It's all fun and games, but it's really an important need this time of year.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it is the season of giving, so giving blood is one way you can give. But if you're afraid of needles and cannot, you can also donate money to these nonprofits. Again, they do great work in our community and provide life-saving resources. So thank you to both law enforcement and fire for this friendly competition of Battle of the Badges. Now, each week, I plan on sharing street closure happening around our community to keep our community informed. As you know, we have a weekly construction bulletin that you can sign up on our website under Streets that previews any traffic impact due to road improvements, utility work from our partners, and much more. So we'll begin with District Number 1. Commerce is closed south of Waterman. Lewis Street is closed at St. Francis. St. Francis is a 1-lane southbound only from Waterman to Kellogg. This project will reconstruct both Commerce and St. Francis streets as 2-way roadways with sidewalks, parking, and new pedestrian and vehicular connections between both of those streets. Now, the project also includes water and drainage improvements. Now we'll move to District Number 3. Southeast Boulevard is reduced to 1 lane in each direction from Pawnee to south of Wassell. Left turns are restricted from Southeast Boulevard onto Pawnee. Now that project will reconstruct the sanitary sewer pipe that is currently located under the southbound lanes of I-135, with the new line being constructed along Southeast Boulevard and within the adjacent neighborhood south of Pawnee. Also in District Number 3, traffic is reduced to 1 lane in each direction on West Street from south of Pawnee to Harry. Now left turns are restricted from West Street onto Southwest Boulevard. This project will convert West Street from a 4-lane roadway to a 5-lane roadway. The project also performs drainage system, water line, and pedestrian improvements. The intersection of Pawnee and Southwest Boulevard will be reconfigured and reconstructed. Now moving on to District Number 6. Traffic is reduced to eastbound only in the areas of construction of North 25th Street between Arkansas and Waco. Traffic is detoured using Arkansas and Waco. Now, the project will install a new water line along 25th Street. 21st Street in District 6 is reduced to eastbound only at Mosley. Mosley is reduced to southbound only at 21st Street. Traffic is detoured using Grove and Broadway. This project will install gas utilities in the area of 21st and Mosley. Now talking about two districts, Districts 1 and 6 lane closures may be encountered throughout construction along Emporia, Topeka, English, Market, and Main Street in downtown. This project will convert Emporia, Topeka, English, Market, and Main to two-way travel. This project includes traffic signal modifications, asphalt overlay, and pavement markings. So again, on our weekly bulletin, you can also find KDOT projects around the community, as well as spot repair work planned throughout the city. I encourage everyone interested to sign up and see what's happening around your neighborhood that may impact your commute. And here to share our weekly mental health tip is Eric Lettweiler with Mental Health America.
Thank you, Mayor. So I'm actually really excited to be here today because I get to announce that MHA has actually added a brand new program to serve the residents of Wichita with their mental health. It's called ART therapy, but it's actually not what you think it is. In this case, ART, A-R-T, is an acronym for Accelerated Resolution Therapy, and it's designed for rapid recovery for both adults and children from everything from trauma, anxiety, depression, phobias, addiction, job stress, pain management. It's actually even shown promise with things like dyslexia, which are not a mental illness. So a very broad range of issues. Accelerated resolution therapy is basically an improved version of something called EMDR, which stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. And while ART utilizes some of those same techniques, it's a form of psychotherapy that's been shown to achieve results much more rapidly than more traditional cognitive behavioral therapy and other similar talk therapies. It often gets results in as few as 1 to 5 sessions. It's not hypnosis. Does not include medications, and there's not homework for the person after they go home. ART works by helping you distance yourself from triggers that have previously manifested symptoms of a wide variety of mental health issues and mental illnesses. We do have a certified ART therapist as of about a month ago, so she is heading up that program. And her job essentially is to guide our clients and our consumers through the process of replacing negative images that trigger them with positive ones of their own choosing. And it does this through a combination of evidence-based therapies, including psychodynamic therapy and guided imagery. The result is a program that not only achieves desired outcomes in a significantly compressed period of time, but it also increases efficiency. With ART, the subject doesn't even need to speak to their therapist about the details of the underlying trauma. Instead, the therapist simply guides the session while the subject, the consumer, utilizes the process that our licensed therapist has put in place to replace the negative reactions to their mental symptoms with images that are calming for them. ART is just the latest in an ongoing effort by mental health researchers to offer hope to those who've not had a positive outcome from previously known therapies. MHA here in Wichita has traditionally been an early adopter of new mental health treatments, everything from Alpha STEM to Spravato to hiring positions like behavioral health interventionists. And I think Wichita deserves an organization that's really dedicated to offering these new treatments in a safe and supervised environment. And we look forward, hopefully, to seeing participation grow in this brand new program offering. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. I always say that the AIR capital stands for aviation, innovation, and also research. So when you talk about innovative technology coming into our community to help individuals with mental health resources, I applaud that. So thank you very much for doing that. And thanks for coming each week to provide us with mental health tips and advice. Well, next, several times a year, we remind the public about the importance of proper disposal of oils and grease. We have been seeing a recent uptick in clogs related to cooking grease and fats being poured down the drain. Those clogs can be costly to homeowners as the costs are the responsibility of the property owner, but they can also cause damage to our shared sewage system by creating floating fatbergs, which are large piles of fat and grease that join together throughout the pipe system and then cause stoppages. Now, these fatberg clogs slow and impede the overall system's ability to collect and carry waste. The city has a grease control program to help food service establishments like restaurants comply with the city ordinance that requires grease interceptors for such establishments. Now, the sewer maintenance division cleans on average 1/3 of the total collection system each year to help prevent these types of clogs. Residents can do their part by disposing of grease and food scraps in the trash can and not down the drain and also not flushing wipes in that drain. Even though some may say it's flushable wipes, it is recommended that you dispose of it in the trash instead. So we also encourage people not to throw down the drain or in the toilet rags and other items that can lead to sewer blockages. 56 lift stations are located throughout the city of Wichita and operate 24 hours a day to pump sewage to the wastewater treatment facility. To keep them operating at their fullest potential, please avoid flushing diaper wipes, paper towels, rags, and pouring grease and cooking fat down the drain. These materials can clog the pumps, which can result in sewage backing up in nearby homes as well as businesses in the neighborhood. So make sure you're disposing of cooking oils and fats in the trash, and old coffee cans, soup cans, or paper cups are some options for pouring grease and fat into a container to avoid pouring them down the drain. Again, let's fight fatbergs and disruptions of our sewer system by being mindful of how to dispose of these kitchen waste and what we're doing in flushing down the toilet. And as you know, I like to close out Mayor's briefing with good news in our community or things that are happening in our community. And I know that this morning, Goodwill Industries just opened up their location at Edgemore and Central, and we want to congratulate them for providing a much-needed employment service, but also connection to resources like education, and Goodwill is a good partner here in our community. I also wanted to mention that this Saturday, there will be a memorial to remember unhoused neighbors who passed away this year. This is held by the Advocates to End Chronic Homelessness in Wichita, and they'll be hosting the National Homeless Persons Memorial Service on Saturday, December 21st at 5:30 p.m. at Riverside Christian Church at 1001 North Litchfield Avenue. Again, there are resources here in our community, including a 24/7 shelter open for men and women located at 1025 North Main. There are also shelters for families, veterans, and domestic violence survivors. And there's a full list of those resources in the new winter shelter resource card that will be provided at all of the area public libraries, as well as the 3 neighborhood resource centers. And this resource guide will also have a QR code where you can access this online and provide the resources that are available in the community to our unhoused neighbors here in Wichita. And again, we encourage people to get indoors as it is cold outside, and we want our neighbors to come inside these shelters. With that, I will close out Mayor's briefing unless there are questions. Well, thank you all very much. Happy holiday season and Merry Christmas.